It's made, even if it's not just still warm, it's made from this year's harvest of high-quality olives that have been very carefully taken care of. And their juice is extracted with a centrifuge. And as we said, this kind of oil is liquid health. It is the keystone of the Mediterranean diet, and something that is extremely perishable. And it's also the keystone of a growing gourmet cuisine. Many great culinary traditions around the Mediterranean use this. The key thing to think about in this case is that it's not one oil, it's oils. Just as wine is not one wine, but many wines. There are 700 different olive cultivars, and some of them make radically different oils. This, on the other hand, is a generic liquid fat. It has a best by date on the Times, not always, but that best by date is largely irrelevant because that's measured from the time it was put into this clear plastic container, and it might have been sitting in a tank out back for 2 or 3 years before it was bottled. The olives that it's been made from are quite often sitting on the ground for 2 or 3 months in southern Spain or Tunisia or elsewhere, or perhaps in California, I know, before they are collected, sometimes with street sweepers, taken to the mill, washed before they can be milled. The oil that is produced is, needless to say, smelly. It has a number of bad taste flaws and flaws in flavor. The trouble is that these two oils are sold with identical labels. 2 completely different foodstuffs, identical labels. Every bottle says extra virgin olive oil. It's as if you sold Tetra Pak cooking wine and $500 Burgundy under the label fine wine. Now, that's, if it were a matter simply of taste, it would be a shame because people would be robbed of great flavors and a range of different fresh food tastes. It's not just a matter of taste. The taste flaws, well, I should say that the positive attributes of great oil are directly related, one-to-one, to the positive health and nutritional attributes. And that's why people buy this. They say, the keystone of the Mediterranean diet, fresh squeezed olive juice, I'll have some of that. And what they get is this, whose taste flaws are also directly related to a lack of the nutritional benefits that people are looking for in olive oil. And quite often to some free radicals and peroxides and impurities, and sometimes a great deal worse, that you wouldn't want to put in your body. So people are buying the keystone of the Mediterranean diet, which, by the way, the US government, the FDA, says, buy this, it's good for your heart. Thinking they're getting this, and in fact they're getting this. It's a classic shell game. It is bad for consumers. It's also horrible for honest producers. This is killing this. Let's be very clear. I spoke earlier about Scandalous Organic, one of the most efficient olive oil producing companies in Australia. Extremely good company, well run. They were simply swamped by fake oil. As long as you have 2 things that different with the same label. A lot of people who don't know, and let's face it, it's difficult to know until you've tasted it, are going to naturally reach for one that costs a little less and a little less. That's what we're running into. Because of this lack of transparency, many great producers aren't able to make honest living. And more are facing